Hi everyone, I'm Fortner, independent consultant with The Pampered Chef, and I'm here to help you get more out of mealtime. And today we're going to do that by making a quick, easy, nutritious, and delicious ratatouille. Those are my four favorite words when it comes to meals, right? If it's easy and it's quick, you can get it on the meal, it's nutritious, and everyone at the table loves it. It is a win all the way around, right? So we're going to do that with ratatouille, and we're going to get started. Got my recipe right here. We're going to get started with the manual food processor. So, well, first thing I did was preheat the oven, 450 degrees. And we're going to start with a jar of roasted red peppers. Now it calls for a 12-ounce jar, and there we go. And this is a 16-ounce one. It's the one I could find in the grocery store yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and drain that, and we're just going to use one less pepper. So that won't be a problem at all. Or if you want to go ahead and use an extra pepper, that's fine too. One of my favorite things when I used to watch Emeril Lagasse when the kids were young was he would talk about this isn't rocket science. Certain things you do need to have exact measurements and exact ingredients, but other things you can flex a bit on. And this is one of those things. So if you want to take out a pepper, if you have a can that's too big, or add a little bit extra, that is fine. So we're going to drain the liquid off of that. Okay, excellent. I love this can drainer. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, and we're going to start to pull out our peppers. I'm going to give them like a little tear here just to break them up just a little bit before putting in the processor. The processor can handle it. I just think it'll be a little faster for video. So, let's see here. And some of these are pretty big. You can see that, right? I do love these roasted red peppers, and it's worth checking. Sorry, wipe off my hands. It's worth checking the prices at your grocery store, because as much as we use red pepper in our house, one of the things I discovered was with how many red peppers there are in a jar of our store brand roasted red peppers, it was cheaper to buy the canned than it was to buy the fresh, at least this time of year. So it was one thing, and it will keep a bit longer. I don't have to worry about it spoiling in the fridge like I do a fresh one. There we go, that's perfect. So we've pretty much switched, because a lot of the recipes I cook, fresh pepper is one thing if you're trying to use it for dips or something. But if it's something you're cooking like this, and this does call for the canned, but roasted red peppers. But if it's something that, you can use the canned on, you don't care if it's roasted versus, the fresh. The roasted adds a deeper flavor. So go ahead and check out the price difference between your fresh and your canned. And sometimes, this I can keep on the pantry shelf too, so that it's ready. Oh, sorry, I need to add my onion. So that was our red pepper. We're going to also add, before I chop that up, we're going to add half of a small yellow onion. Oh, gotta love a sharp knife, right? Cut right through that. Set that aside for later. There we go. Okay, we'll add that in there for finer chopping. And then we want 4 cloves of garlic. I love having this little garbage bowl here. I just use a little leftover or a takeout tub for that. Go. And I didn't pre-prep any of this for you guys because I wanted to show you just how quick and easy it is. I didn't want to, have some pre-prepped ingredients where you didn't see the time it took beforehand. This shows you from start to finish how long it takes to get this ready. The only thing I'll cut out is the baking of it, because you guys don't need to see all the things I'll do while it's cooking, cleaning up and all that other stuff. So, but I will show you a finished picture. I'll actually make the thumbnail a finished picture of the dish when it comes out of the oven, so you'll know what it looks like when you come back. Okay, so we're going to give those a good chop there. Let's see how we're doing. Wonderful. You can see how finely chopped that is. Beautiful. I love how many different vegetables there are in this dish because you're going to get different nutrients from each one. And they're all going to be so good for you. And with spring and summer coming, at least at the time that I'm doing this, oh, sorry about that. Forgot that I had that set. So, spring and summer coming, pretty soon we're going to be inundated with zucchini and tomatoes and peppers and eggplants. So this is perfect for using all of those beautiful summer vegetables you're going to be seeing either from your own garden or your local farmer's market or the grocery store. So, okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to combine that with crushed tomatoes. I wasn't able to find a small can or regular size can of crushed tomatoes, so we're just going to use diced. That's what was available. Kind of the life we're in right now. So I'm going to throw that in there. And I love flexible meals so that, if it's not exactly what we need, then, sorry, I keep popping off to wipe off my hands. I should bring a wet one over here with me. Something flexible so that, if something's not in stock or not in season, you can do something a little bit different. Even on this, let's say, you had extra eggplant but not zucchini. That'd be fine to switch it out. Perfectly good. So, okay, so we've got the pepper mixture, the crushed tomatoes. Now we're going to add our herbes de Provence, which this packet came from one of my taste buds, monthly taste bud subscription. So I'm going to use the seasonings from that. And we're going to use 2 teaspoons in our mixture here. And then, so 2 teaspoons of the herbes de Provence and a teaspoon, make sure I get that right, yes, a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Okay, we're going to give that a stir. Awesome. Okay, and I'm going to disappear for just a second because we need to microwave this. We're going to microwave it for 3 minutes, stir it, and microwave it again. Sorry to disappear off camera, but my microwave's in a different part of the kitchen, so I will be right back. Okay, so that was quick and easy. Hello. Okay, now, while that cooks, we're going to slice our vegetables. So I'm going to bring over our Rapid Prep mandolin. Okay. And we want this to be on the number 4 setting. So on the back, I want this regular slice, and I'm going to put it on our number 4 setting here for thickness. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to turn this a bit for you so you can see it. Okay, and we're going to slice our 1 zucchini, 1 eggplant, and 2 plum tomatoes. Let's get started here. So let's see here. We'll start with our eggplant. I'm running out of real estate. Okay, there we go. Slide that down and open it up. Shoot, I'll turn this on. There, maybe that's better. Okay. Lift that up. The back end. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put this in and just. There we go. I love how quick and easy that is. And it makes sure that all of my veggies are the same size so they cook evenly as we bake them. So pull these out. We're going to stack these nice and pretty, so I want to keep them separate. There we go. And now the zucchini. Down to there. I love how how fun this is. When I get our farm box in the spring and summer, I will spend the evening just pre-processing veggies so that they're ready for us so I can get a quick salad. Sometimes I'll put out a salad bar for the family if I don't have dinner ready yet and everyone's hungry. If they spoil their dinners, who cares? It's something nutritious, right? Plus all my veggies will be pre-prepped so that when it's time to put dinner on the table, it just goes that much faster. I don't have to stop and chop everything. So, okay, and then that's the zucchini. Now the tomatoes. Now these are a little on the soft side, so we'll see how they do. There we go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna give that a stir, and I'm right back. There we go. I gotta tell you, that is already smelling so amazing. Okay, now those, like I said, the tomatoes are a little soft, so it's not coming through quite as nicely this time. When you've got nice, perfectly ripe firm tomatoes, it's perfect. So I'm just going to do this real quick. It'll take a little bit longer than the mandolin, but that's okay. I have to be a little more careful too with fingers and knives. Okay, move this off to the side. I'll grab one more tomato. There we go. The mandolin might have been better. This is a slightly firmer tomato, but these tomatoes have been sitting here for a little while, and it's definitely time to use them. So, okay, there we go. So we have our eggplant, our zucchini, and our tomatoes. Okay, so we got that done. Next, as soon as that's done in just a moment from the microwave, what we're going to do is we're going to put everything into our 2-quart, this is our cast iron baker. So it's 2 quarts. If you have something similar, that'll work. I love the cast iron though because it'll keep everything warm. Warm longer and bake evenly. It'll be so delicious. So, okay, let me go grab that because I know it's about to stop. Okay, wonderful. It smells so delicious. Now we're going to serve this. I'm going to pour this in here. You could serve this over pasta or next to pasta. I was thinking it'd be really good over a good multi-grain, thickly sliced multi-grain piece of toast, or one of the rustic ones. Or we're going to serve it over rice because we've already had pasta this week and we want to mix up our grains. So, okay, so now we're just going to put in our vegetables and we're going to layer them starting on the outside. And we're just going to work our way around. The eggplant turned out kind of big, but that's okay. We'll give our dish a little character here. It called for the Asian eggplants, the really skinny ones that would match. And you do want to try to match the size of your zucchini. That's why we have the plum tomatoes and the zucchini and the Asian eggplant, to try to get everything around the same diameter. But, sometimes it's, right now it is March as I do this, and we can't always get it perfectly in size right now. So we work with what we have, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep going around. I know my family's gonna be so excited about this for dinner tonight. It's one of their favorite dishes. And like I said, I absolutely love the variety of vegetables in this because, we talk about eating the rainbow. We have the Skittles commercial that talked about, eating the rainbow, and we talk about it in terms of making sure we get all of our different colored fruits and vegetables in as we eat. Definitely want a colorful plate when you sit down. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've got them all the way around and I still have some extra. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer some more because why not? So I'll do it kind of in between here, in between the two circles there. There we go. Alternatively, and what I'll do with my extras here as well is, let's see, yeah, that was the rest of the way around. What I'll do with the rest of my extra veggies here is I'll go ahead and put them on another plate, like put them on a piece of stoneware or something, and I'll roast them, and then they'll be available to use later in the week, either as roasted veggies on a salad, on my pizza, or mix them with some pasta later if we decide to do that for lunch at a later date. So, okay, so we have ours all laid out. You can see what that looks like there. So yummy. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, oops, I'm dropping things left and right today. Okay, so we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we don't use olive oil in our house, or we don't use oil in our house, I should say. So this is Aquafaba. I used some chickpeas the other day, and this is the liquid from cooking chickpeas. It is a great substitute. It has a lot of nutrition in it, plus without all the fat. It's a great substitute. I love using it in dressings. I can whip it up and use it as an egg substitute in some of the baking I do. So there we go. We got 2 tablespoons of Aquafaba, and then 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. This is perfectly timed. My oven just told me that it was ready. So you notice how much of that we got done just as the oven preheated. Okay, 2 teaspoons, sorry, of balsamic vinegar. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the Herbs de Provence. Okay, there we go. And we're going to whisk that together. Perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to take my tablespoon here and I'm going to drizzle it over our ratatouille. And that's going to add so much depth of flavor on top of all the wonderful flavor we're going to have from our fresh vegetables. So, okay. And now we have it all put together. That's it. It's done. We just have to bake it in the oven. And we're going to bake it, like I said, at 450 for 22 to 25 minutes. And then when it's done, we let it stand for 5 minutes and it'll be ready to eat. So that is how quick and easy it is to put together a delicious, nutritious ratatouille. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I'm going to pop this in the oven. Now dinner's made. I don't have to worry about it, right? So again, I hope you guys all enjoyed that. If you know someone who loves gardening, who loves fresh summer vegetables and Italian dishes like ratatouille, feel free to share this on your social media through Facebook, or I'll have it on YouTube as well. Be sure to subscribe, like, and all that other good stuff so you'll know whenever I go live. So, and when that comes out, I'll take a picture, and hopefully, if you're watching this live, you'll see it later when I post it for you. If you're watching this on replay, it will be the thumbnail that you saw, so when you came into the video. So have a great day, and I will see you all later. Thanks. Bye.